Whoa. We're in the void. Okay. Now, you're gonna help me test some stuff. And I'm sure it'll work and be very funny. Yeah. Okay. So you might notice that there is some new... Just gonna turn the music off for a little bit. You might notice there's some new rewards. So if you could try to use one of the new text-to-speech rewards just to check if they work. That would be very cool of you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you don't have some you don't have the
I have points, I don't have bits.
They don't cost bits, they cost points.
No.
Yes?
Power-ups.
No, it's the one below. Power-ups is the new bullshit thing you can't remove that Twitch added. It's the rewards. It's called TTSM and TTSF. They're in the top because they cost the least. Right next to hydrate.
Text to speech.
Yeah.
Female, a male. But I already added that text to speech.
Yeah, but now I have added one, so it works with my thing.
Well, you could just have asked how
No, because we... This. Try the other one. Among Us. Okay, so ah. Okay, it kind of worked. It's just a little slow. Okay. Why is it sorta not working? It's kind of sad.
Bestie for bestie.
Now that concludes the testy. Okay, we'll start up real soon. Hello. Are we ready to read some books today? I know I am. It's time for more book reading. Let me just scooch down here. Could you let me know if the game's too loud? That would be real swell of you. As it might be a little loud. It's the Danish Ah, yes, indeed, it is I. I am indeed a jellyfish, I guess. Is the more easy fit word to say. Yes, it is I, the D&D jellyfish. So is the game too loud, or am I too loud? Any of that good stuff before we go on? I mean, it feels good. Ah, that's nice to know. Audio-wise. Okay, okay. So we're pretty good. We got text-to-speech now, and I think also emotes should be popping on the wall. If you use emotes. I think they just float around. I put an emote wall on. Maybe it works. I mean, I can just test it myself. Real quick. See if it works. It does work. There we go. Emote wall. Yeah. There's also text-to-speech stuff now. So you can say text-to-speech things for channel points. Kiwi with the subscribe at the top of the hour. Thank you, Kiwi. Very much appreciated. Welcome back with the 7 months. Very pog. Are we ready to read some books? I sure am ready to read some books and play some role-playing games. Ooh. Ooh. That's hot. I should make tea for these. I really should. Alright. Seeing as we failed last time, I believe we have unlocked something from the gallery. We have unlocked some pictures. Hot chalky milk. Oh yeah. Here's the sad worm that almost killed us last time. The orc whipping his little guy. Not very nice of him. The snake in a box. Very cool snake in a box. Where did we die last time? I don't remember. Did the man's dog kill me? I think the man's dog killed me. So this is the thing that ended us last time. Very scary. Sorcery. What kind of sorcery are we talking about? Are we talking about... I know there's a sorcery game where it's the Stephen Jackson novels. Or books. I have tried those, yeah. If that's what you're asking. I think the game has the same artist. It does. Steve Jackson also drew art for Warlock at Firetop Mountain. And I had this book as a child. And I really love it. It's a very nice role-playing experience. Yeah, it's Stephen Jackson. Yeah. Good old Stevie boy. I think he's even in the cover. If we go in here, we can see his name. I think... Maybe. Hold on. It should be on here. Oh yeah, if we... go back. We're not ready yet. We're not ready. Hydrate. Okay, I'll have a single sip, just for you. Did you find the new rewards? Yeah, it's Steve Jackson right here on the back. Hmm. John Plank, he's the guy who made a lot of the older Warhammer art. And yeah, that's really good. I agree.
Wooloo.
The male one works. I could probably turn the audio up on it a little bit. I'll put it at 100.
Yeah, the female one is just, you want to redeem coins? Okay, that's it, cool, done.
Okay.
They don't let you have a miss prompt.
It doesn't give you the message from... It should, though.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a little bonkers.
Maybe a little silly.
Maybe it's a little silly, yeah. Anyway. I think it is time to start reading this book. Hopefully we can do better than we did last time. And not die. That would be spectacular, honestly. Alright, so we already know all about being the hero. Well, technically we're not a hero, we're just, we're here to rob a guy. That's our quest. And I think we're just gonna keep trying to beat the book, so to say, on adventure mode. And then maybe we'll try to speedrun it once I remember exactly how to win the book. Alright. So, time to roll our stamina. We got a 21. That's pretty good. That's more than last time. Let's go for skill. I don't remember. It's rolling 1 dice and then you add 6. Ooh, that's 12. That's really good. We have the best in the... Best skill in the universe. Alright, if there was a run, this is the run. This is definitely the run. No doubt about it. Alright, luck. There has to be something in here that's not good, so it's okay if it's the luck scat. Never mind. 12 luck. You know what? This run is blessed. If I can't win with these stats, I'll never win. And now I have to take a potion. What potion should we bring? What potion we feeling like? Are you God? Yeah, I think I am with these stats. It very much seems to point in that direction. I feel. Anyway, let's take a... I mean, we did lose skill last time. Which is dangerous. Like, strength, or rather stamina is easy enough to get back. Because that's just eating our food. And hopefully we'll be able to find more food than the food we bring. Getting back our skill will be hard, because I don't think the Warlock of Firetop Mountain keeps... necessarily keeps supplies for injuries and such. So I think we'll take a skill potion. Alright. Just some more tips and tricks. Once you've readied your equipment, you may begin. And good luck. Thank you, book. Bless you. Let's really quickly look at our stats here. We got a lantern, a sword, leather armor, and a shield, which is pretty good. I don't think we had a shield last time. I think we found a shield last time, which was better than the shield we started with. I think that's what happened. And we have a potion of skill, 10 food, and the best stats in the universe. Like, honestly, there's not really... I couldn't have asked for better stats. I'm literally one off having max stats, I think. 1 or 2 points, maybe. Stamina is 12 plus 2d6. So, yeah, we're pretty goated for this run. Let's get reading. I'll go through the entry blurb here, I guess. It's good for setting the mood. Maybe some mood music would be good too. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm just gonna set the mood. Alright, here we go. Now this is some real suspenseful music. This is where it gets spooky. Okay. Only a foolhardy adventurer would embark upon such a perilous quest without first finding out as much as possible about the mountain and its treasures. Before your arrival at the foot of Firetop Mountain... It's a little loud. I'm gonna turn the music down. I now regret my decision for music. I don't regret the decision to have it. I'm just disappointed that it's a little loud. There we go. Turn it down a notch. Before your arrival at the foot of Firetop Mountain, you spent several days with humble townsfolk of a village some 2 days' journey from the base Being a likable sort of person, I mean, with these stats, how can I not be a likable sort of person? I'm basically a god. It's a bit... Calm down. Don't wanna get too big of a head here. Although they told many stories about the mysterious Warlock sanctuary, you could not feel sure that all, or indeed any, of these were based on fact. The villagers had seen many adventurers pass through on their way to the mountain, but very few adventurers returned. Nah, jinx yourself. No, I don't think I will. The journey ahead was extremely dangerous, and you knew for certain. I'm just gonna move the mic a bit. Of those who returned to the village, none contemplated going back to Firetop Mountain. There seemed to be some truth in the rumor that the Warlock's treasure was stored in a magnificent chest with 2 locks, and the key to these locks were guarded by various creatures within the dungeons. The Warlock himself was a sorcerer of great power. I thought he was a Warlock, but who am I to judge? Some describe him as old, others as young. Some said his power came from an enchanted deck of cards, others from silky black gloves that he wore. So maybe if we find some gloves of power, we'll be able to beat this bad boy. The entrance to the mount was guarded by a pack of warty-faced goblins, stupid creatures fond of their food and drink. Towards the inner chambers, the creatures became more fearsome. To reach the inner chambers, you would have to cross a river. The ferry service was regular, but the ferryman enjoyed good barter, so you should save a gold piece for the trip. The locals also encourage you to keep a good map of your wanderings, for without a map, you would end up hopelessly lost within the mountain. When it finally came time to your day of leaving, the whole village turned out to wish you a safe journey. Tears came to the eyes of many of the villagers, young and old alike. You couldn't help wondering whether they were tears of sorrow shed by eyes which would never see you alive again. Now turn over to page 1. At last, your 2-day hike is over. You unsheath your sword, lay it on the ground, and sigh with relief as you lower yourself down to the mossy rocks to sit for a moment's rest. You stretch and rub your eyes. I don't know how you stretch your eyes, but we do us, I believe. And finally look up at Firetop Mountain. The very mountain itself looks menacing. The steep face in front of you looks to have been savaged by claws of some gargantuan beast. Sharp rocky crags jut out at unnatural angles. At the top of the mountain, you can see the eerie red coloring, probably some savage vegetation, which has given the mountain its name. Perhaps no one will ever know exactly what grows up there, as climbing the peak must surely be impossible. I mean, there's magic in this world, right? I'm sure there's a mage who can just fly up there and look, if he really wanted to know what kind of vegetation it was. Your quest lies ahead of you. Across the clearing is a dark cave entrance. You pick up your sword and get to your feet and consider what dangers may lie ahead of you. But without determination, you thrust the sword home into its scabbard and approach the cave. You peer into the gloom to see dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the floor, stone floor indeed, in front of you. The air is cold and dank, very dank. You light your lantern and step warily into the blackness. Cobwebs brush your face, and you hear the scurrying of tiny feet, rats most likely. You set off into the cave. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. All right, let's really quickly have it be. Let's change the music real quick. So you're saying skill issue? Yes, indeed, skill issue. Ah, that's a spooky cave. We just want a normal dank cave. Yeah, this seems appropriate. So last time we went west. So I think this time we'll try to turn it around and go east. Just to try something new, you know. The passageway soon comes to an end at a locked wooden door. Ah, it's made of wood. You listen at the door and hear nothing. Will you try to charge the door down? If so, turn to 156. If you would rather turn back and go around to the junction, turn to 92. Alright, well, I see a clear choice here, and we are indeed here to steal. So might as well break down a couple of doors. What do you say? We don't back down. Yes, indeed, we do not back down. Alright, let's charge the door down. You charge the door with your shoulder, roll 2 dice. So we have to roll less than or equal to our skill score to succeed. Which will be pretty easy, mind you, as our skill is 12. So we literally can't fail. So that's pretty cool. We definitely passed the skill check. Good job, us. If the number rolled is less than or equal to your skill score, you succeed. Turn to page 343. The door bursts open and you fall headlong into a room. Guess we had a bit too much momentum going. But your heart jumps as you realize you're not landing on the floor, but plunging down a pit of some kind. Luckily, the pit's not particularly deep. Particularly deep. Particularly is a fun word. And you land in a heap less than 2 meters down. Lose 1 stamina point for your bruises. Owie. So we take 1 damage out of 21. I think we'll be fine. You climb out of the pit, into the room, and leave through the door, heading westwards. So, oh hey, look, a view bot. Let me just, mods, can we ban this man? Ban him. Get him out of here. I don't need his views. I already have the best viewers. I don't need... No. Yeah. Good job. Get him out of here. Thanks, fam. Alright, so we turn back. I guess there was nothing in the room and we just hurt ourselves. Wait, there was nothing here. Okay. I guess we just lose. Oh, hey. My phone ringed. How about you don't do that? You arrive back at the junction and the passage. You look left to see the cave entrance in a dim distance, but walk straight on. Yeah, so I guess we can't just leave after breaking 1 door. That would be a little anticlimactic, I feel like. There's a right-hand turn to the north in the passage. Cautiously, you approach a sentry post on the corner. And as you look in, you can see a strange goblin-like creature in leather armor asleep at his post. I suppose it is time to test our luck. I'm indeed lucky. Good job. So we don't wake him up. I believe if you're unlucky, you wake him up and you have to fight him. He does not wake and remains snoring loudly. You continue on to your left. On the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door, and you can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Do you want to open the door? So, what do we do here? Do we open the door or nah again? I feel like we were a bit much of a grifter last time, but truth be told, I don't remember what was behind this door last time. Do we back down? No, we do not back down. I suppose we will open the door. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. Smelly room. It has that smelly smell. The door opens to reveal... yeah, I already read that. Good job. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Ah, yes, the smelly room smell. Classic. There's a wooden box. Asleep on a straw mattress in the far corner of the room is a short, stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. The same sort of creature that you found asleep at the sentry post. He must be the guard of the night watch. I mean, they're clearly both knights of the sleepy watch, if you know what I mean. You may either return to the corridor and press northwards, or creep into the room and try to take the box without waking the creature. Well. Let's see if we're lucky. You needed a luck score of 11 or lower. Good job. I believe every time we succeed a luck check, we lose luck. So our luck will run out sooner or later. But it's good that we have 12. And now we just gained 2 luck points. Good job. You leave the room and open the box in the passage. Inside you find a single piece of gold and a small mouse. which must have been the creature's pet. You keep the coin and release the mouse, which scurries off down the passageway. You gain 2 luck. Alright, so we got a little bit of money. 1 gold piece. The 1 piece, if you will. Alright, another door. I don't see. Can't adopt the rat? Yes, we sadly cannot adopt the mouse. What a tragedy. You know what? Let's open this door. There's the door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There's a stale smell in the air. In the center of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box. In the far corner of the room, there's a straw mattress. So this is probably the other guard's room, you would imagine. So we can open the box or we can leave. I'm pretty sure we opened this box last time too. And we got a funny surprise. Oh look, it's a snake. It is time to fight. The box is light, but something rattles within. You open the lid, and a small snake darts out and bites at your wrists. You must fight. So now we fight a snake. And we must fight. Luckily, the snake only has 2 health. And would you look at that? We killed the snake. Triumph at last. Truly, I am the stuff of legend. Excellent. If you killed the snake, turn to 145. The box has fallen to the ground during your fight with the snake, and out of it's fallen a brass-colored key with the number 99 carved into it. You take this key with you and leave the room. You gain 1 luck point. Turn to page 336. Or 63. My bad. Further up the passage on the west wall, you see another similar door. You listen at the door and grimace to hear the worst singing you ever heard in your life. Do you want to go into the room to investigate the hideous din, or walk up the passageway? Now see, I think last time we just walked on through. So, how are we feeling? Where do we want to go this time? Are we aggressive today, or are we actually gonna leave these people alone for once? I got a feeling I know what response chat's gonna come with here, but I'm really not sure. See the mortal able to do such a horrid sounds. All right, let's go inside. The door opens to reveal a small room. The room is dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are 2 small creatures with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. They are drinking some sort of grog. And, by the way, they're staggering to their feet. On your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. So we found some drunk goblins. He is not looking good. That guy is spilling his drink into the other guy's drink. And he doesn't seem very bothered about it. Meanwhile, the other guy is just happy to be there, I think. Oh boy. Anyway. You may either draw your sword and leaped forwards at them, or slammed the door quickly and run up the passage. Well, last time we weren't overly cautious, and I don't remember that being our downfall. I think that was the angry dogs' problem, not ours. So I believe this time we will just leap into combat. Being a bit stronger this go around than last time, I feel like that's appropriate. If I'm being honest. Feel free to disagree if you do, but they're drunk. They got disadvantage. Yes, of course they're drunk, so it should be easy enough. Any hoot. The two drunk orcs. Oh, they're orcs. You now face are obviously startled at your entrance, and as quickly as they are able, they fumble around for their weapons. You must attack each one in turn. Their drunkenness allows you to add 1 point to your skill during this battle. So we do get a buff. Quite a sizable buff, actually. A whole point of skill. Let us fight. First orc. He's not doing too hot. What a shame. I think even with that, I'm still stronger than him, yeah. Big goblins. Alright, you defeated the first orc. You must face the second orc. Second orc. Ooh, that was almost close. I feel bad for these guys. We're just wrecking them. We have killed the drunks. At last their singing will no longer damage the ears of all who dwell in this mountain. Good job. We won over the battle of alcoholism. Yes, indeed, we have beaten alcoholism. I think I'll put the game audio on for a moment. I gel better with the nice, cozy campfire vibe as I read my book. Alright. If you won the battle, turn to page 378. You wipe your bloodied sword on the mattress. The green blood leaves a slimy stain on the straw. Okay, so their blood's green. We know that now. Stepping over the bodies towards the table, you flinch at the foul stench of the creatures. You pick up the box from under the table and examine it. It is a small wooden box with crude hinges. The name Farrago de Maggio. Yes, that's the name. Is inscribed on a brass nameplate on its lid. If you wish to open the box, turn to 296. If you decide to leave it behind and leave the room, turn to 42. Alright, well, I say finders keepers. So I think we're gonna open it. That's the spirit. Yeah, thank you. The box contains a small leather-bound book entitled The Making and Casting of Dragonfire. Fortunately, it is written in your own language. That's lucky. And thus was probably unintelligible to the orcs. Otherwise, this treasure would certainly not have been so loosely guarded as it was. The book is written in a tiny handwriting by Farrago de Maggio. In it, he tells the story of his life's work, the creation of the Dragonfire spell, which was crafted to fight evil dragons. You read how, in his last years, Farrago finally perfected his spell, but by then he was too old to make use of it. So he completed his book, locked it in a chest, and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain, afraid of what might happen, were it to fall into the wrong hands. And let's read from his book here. as it says, and so, you who now hold this book, you have my life's work in your hands. The power of destruction is yours if you wish it, but do not waste it unless you use the spell for its purpose, for which it was intended. You shall be consumed by evil itself and die by the fire from your own hands. Remember, only when the dragon breathes its fire at you should you raise your arms and say, Equal Erif, Ikram Erif, Demagio. Demagio. Yes, I remember the magic spell. Oh, okay, so I literally just read what the... Okay. This was literally on the next page, so I didn't have to read it from the picture, but it's nonetheless nice picture. Very good art. You say these words slowly and softly. Suddenly, the pages seem to glow. As the glow disappears, the words on the page fade with it. You repeat the spell to yourself to memorize it and leave the room. Alright, so now the book's useless because I learned the spell. That's pretty cool. Turn to page 42. Alright, so we learned the Dragonfire spell. That's pretty cool. I think we need that to fight a dragon, if we need to fight a dragon at any point. So, let's keep an eye out for dragons, shall we? You eventually arrive at the end of a passage at a freeway junction. You may turn either west or east. Now, last time we turned west a whole bunch, and I don't know if that was super smart of us. So, not gonna lie, sounds selfish. What does learning a spell for you and just you? Fair. I mean, it was only intended for one person. I don't think the looter, that is us, were intended to have it, but now we do. So I guess we'll have to fight evil dragons for good old Mage Damagio. Well, I also know that the chieftain of the orcs is to the west, and we can get a lot of money from him, which we can use to gamble later in the book. So I do think going to him now might be a good idea. So you know what? We're gonna go to the west. Is the map still the same from last time we played? Yes, it is. It is the same. Interesting. So this is the path we went last time, where we apparently got killed by a werewolf. I don't remember a werewolf killing us, but there's the gambler. We have to go back to the gambler. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was just a dog that killed us last time. But, oh well. I guess the game calls it a werewolf, and that's okay. The book can call its monsters whatever it wants. Anyway, the passage runs straight for several meters. I'm gonna turn this down a smidge. There we go. And then ends at a wooden door. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. Will you investigate? Yes. Yes, I think I will. You open the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests to you that someone important, or something of rank, uses this room. A chest in the center catches your eye. In a corner of the room stands a man-sized creature, with a warty face. Could this also be an orc? Who knows? Standing over a smaller creature of similar race, so a smaller orc, or maybe even a goblin. With the whip in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Ah yes, what a whimper indeed. Is that a gun? No, that's just a smaller knife. I thought for a second he had a gun. He does indeed not have a gun. He is not armed in that way. Will you attack them both, spring at the chieftain, in the hopes that his servant will aid you, or leave the room really quick and head back to the junction. Well, last time we tried to help the little guy, and he rewarded my help by attacking me. Human Goblin writes, but slavery is where we draw the line. I mean, last time we tried to help, but if we try to help, he just attacks us. So I think we'll just attack them both and not be surprised. The orcs rush towards me, and the battle commences. You must fight. Alright, the chieftain is the strong one. He's the only one we have to really worry about. Luckily, I rolled really good, so we're gonna be fine, hopefully. Another hit on the orc. And he's dead. Now we have to defeat the servant. Ooh, he rolled really good. But we both miss. That was close. That was really close. We might have taken damage there. So far, we've only taken falling damage from when we first got in here. We took a little bit of fall damage in the room to the east. So if I can end the book with only having taken fall damage, that would be pretty cool. So your biggest enemy has been gravity? Yes. My biggest enemy is gravity. If you defeat both the chieftain and his wretch, turn to page 21. The green blood of the dead orcs smells foul as it seeps from their bodies. You step around the corpses and investigate the chest. It is a sturdy affair made of strong oak and iron. And it is firmly locked. You know what? Let's bash it with our sword real quick. Give it a good smacking. The lock was obviously inadequate. It flies off and lands on the floor several meters away. You lift up the heavy lid and your eyes widen as you see gold sheen coming from within. Taking damage from gravity? Simply say no. The gravity legally cannot hurt you. Damn. I guess gravity will not have its way today. I'll be sure to remember that next time I fall down. Alright. Top 10 rules that lawyers hate. Scientists hate him for this method. Learn how you can defy gravity today by just saying no. A fair number of gold pieces are inside. In one corner lies a small black bottle with a tight glass stopper, containing a liquid of some kind. Also in the chest is a silky black glove. May this be the Warlock's powerful glove? We may never know. You hear a soft click and wince in pain as a small dart shoots forward into your stomach. It's such a shame you can never check the chest for traps, but here we are. I guess we're not a rogue, so that's on us for not having the skills. To determine the potency of the poison, you must roll 1 die. 4. That means I take 4 damage. Awesome. If you're still alive, turn to page 201. You can literally die to the dart. I mean, you can die to anything in this game. Alright. Mayhaps we should eat 1 provision, I think. Yeah, better to top off on food than not have any health left. I feel like that would be dangerous. Clearly you're a fighter, basic but still reliable. Indeed, yeah, we are anything if not reliable. You sink to the floor, you pull the dart out and decide to bandage the wound. This gives some relief, but you're still weak. You decide to take it easy and examine the contents of the chest. There are 25 gold pieces, and a label on the bottle shows that it's a potion of invisibility. Good for 1 dose. The glove is a mystery. You put all of these into your haversack and leave the room. Oh lord, I'm gonna play more Tarkov today. Have fun with Tarkov. Hope you escape. I believe that's the goal of the game. Look, I may not be a furry artist, but $20 is $20. I got you, fam. I got you. Ah, $50. Alright, fair enough. No judging. We're all nice friends here. Alright. We got our loot. You arrive back at the junction in the passage and walk straight on eastwards. Alright. So, now we got some money. We learned a cool spell. And we're back at another junction. Where should we go? They buffed AI scavs with nades so they can throw the shit through walls for some reason. I mean, I haven't played much of Tarkov, but I've seen a lot of it being played by some streamers. Jesus. Aren't the AI typically not that competent, from what I remember? But feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So, throwing bombs through walls, I mean, come on. They needed the buff. Seriously, it has to be competitive environment. I am joking. You know what? I think we will go east. Just this once. It used to be dumb as hell, but now it feels like I'm being fucked by a homing missile. Oh, okay, so it's a homing grenade. Gotcha. I understand now. That's not very cool. The passage ends at a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange mutterings and a clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is inside, there are several of them. Do you want to go through the door or turn back? Well, if we turn back, we just end up the same way we went last time. So you know what? Let's explore our new horizons and just barge through this door. I mean, it's a kitchen. How bad could it be? Turn forward 10 minutes to see thy died. You open the door into a large room, which can only be the dining room of the same warty-faced creatures you now recognize. Sitting around a large table are 5 orcs, busily drinking and dribbling their bowls of rat gizzard soup. Love me some rat gizzards. All are involved in a rowdy argument as to who will get to chew the rat bones left in the large soup cauldron. So they don't see me enter. You may be bold and prepared to attack them, or you may not relish the prospect of taking on 5 of these creatures and try to escape. Interesting. Just like my ma used to make it. Alright. I am now a cyborg again. Cool, I guess. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I'm happy for your prosthetics and that they work. Do I have a little drink? Alright, I'm a hack into a cyborg. You know what? We are quite possibly the strongest adventurer alive. I think we can beat these orcs up, and then I will get to chew the bones left in the soup cauldron. So let's be bold and attack 5 orcs. Oh, nice. Oh man, I'm a hire more hackers. Right. I hope you guys are having fun. The orcs moved to attack me. I guess they didn't care that much about the soup. Alright, time to fight 5 orcs. This'll be fun. Alright, so that's 1 orc down. Time for the second one. I mean, these guys just had a meal, but they don't seem very strong. I'm also rolling really good, which helps. Alright, we're on to our 4th orc. This is going fast. Nah, I can buy those from these. What's Ligma? Oh god. Okay, 5th orc. Alright, these orcs sure didn't put up a fight. I kind of feel bad. Ligma Joe. Ligma Sleepy Joe. I like how you were at, like, same brain length, almost. That's eerily scary. You should have put that in the text-to-speech. That would have been funny. If you bested all 5 orcs, turn to page 183. I mean, we did beat them. Fair point. You're proud of your victory and gain 1 skill and 5 stamina points. Alright, so because I beat 5 orcs, I get a bunch of rewards. That's pretty cool. You search the bodies of the dead orcs, but find only a few teeth, nails, and bones, and
Tuck
knives.
Miligma Sleepy Joe Obama D's.
What did you just make Brian say? Why did you hurt his feelings like that? Why would you do that? The butt is trying his best. Oh, God. But hey, sweet, we got some bones and knives. And teeth and nails. You search the cupboards around the room, but only find crude bowls, plates, and spoons. But under the serving hatch, you find a thin leather case, half a meter long. You may open the case, or you may leave it behind. The F1, I think, is broken. I think we'll turn it off, just because it doesn't work. Thanks you for doing that, actually, because I forgot to turn it off, because it doesn't work correctly. F is for fucked. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I know why. For legal reasons, joke. No, it's because women shouldn't speak. Ooh, yeah, no, you can't. No, don't do that. Alright. Okay. Could somebody with points, and I promise I'll give you double points if I can. Chat, are they cooked? I think they're cooked. I believe I fixed it so that the female voice now also works, if you want to give it a go. If one of the mods could do that, because they have infinite points, they should be good. Please don't put me in the oven.
Skibidi toilet.
Yeah, it works. Why did you make it say that, though? Oh boy. Should we open the case? What could possibly be in here? I mean, if it's loot, we're here for loot. And we are a thief. So I suppose we will take the loot. Oh, hey. You should get shot with a Nerf gun in Minecraft. If you die in Minecraft, you die for real. A crusty pocket funny. The case opens easily. And inside you find a magnificent bow with 1 silver arrow. An inscription on the case says, "The giver of sleep to those who never can." You put the bow and arrow in your case, and case in your pack, and leave the room at 1 luck point. Pleased with your discovery, you leave the room and continue to your quest. Alright,
Not to get political or anything, but what the fuck is oatmeal?
Well, you see, oatmeal is a delicious dish that many people can enjoy by cooking up some oats in butter or some other liquid. Some people use water to make a nice gruel. And you can add sugars or spices to make it any kind of taste or like flavor profile you wish, and then you just have a nice bowl of grub to consume and fuel your body for the next 2 or 3 hours. And that's what the leftists don't want you to know, is that oatmeal is actually food. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm sorry. Alright, anyway, horrible segue over.
Not to get political or anything either, but do you wanna go fishing?
Honestly, yeah. Flavorless just keeps the hunger away. Indeed. That's what it is. But heck yes, I would love to go fishing. I just need to get my hunter's permit back. But I would love to fish. You know you can fish in something that's not a video game, right? Anyway. We move on. You move swiftly down the passage and arrive at a junction. You turn northwards this time, because we went back to the same junction. Alright. You see a well-used store on the right-hand, east side of the passageway. With your ear to the keyhole, you listen and you hear a man screaming for help from the inside. Will you open the door or walk past and ignore the screams? It's free on stream. Oh, so there is actually a fishing game for free. Okay, you two have fun fishing. I'm gonna keep reading my funny book. The door is locked. You may use your skill to try and charge it down. Alright. Let's charge it down. We passed the skill check. Daftly, even. Now I'm gonna go shoot people in Tarkov. Okay, you have fun with that. The locked door bursts open and a nauseating stench hits your nostril. Oh, cool. We haven't been in this room. This is not the room I thought it was. Cool. Is this perhaps the Warlock of Firetop Mountain? Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones and rotting vegetation. And slime. A wild hairy man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming, his beard long and grey, and he's waving an old wooden chair leg. Okay, interesting. That's too expensive. Is he simply insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? You may either shout at him to try and calm him down, or draw your sword and attack him. Alright, so a crazy man runs at me with a wooden stick and is screaming at me. Do I try to calm him down? Mad Johnny Cheerleg here, like, what do we do? Where's the make out option? I don't think we can just make out with him. Do you want to make out with this guy? Really? Nah, he's gonna peck you with that thing. It's gay enough to kill him. Really? We're gonna kill him? Do you really feel like that's optimal? Did I stutter? Gay or slay? You know, maybe if we calm him down, he'll be down for a nice smooch sesh. You never know. We could try and calm him down to see if he's down to clown. If you know what I mean. I guess worth the attempt. Yeah, and if not, we can just kill him. It's that easy. Or we can try to. Anyway, let's shout at him and calm him down. You shout, "You are freed, old man," at the top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting ceases. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. Oh, I guess we made him sad. he probably doesn't want to make out now. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. You talk with him in the hope of discovering some sort of secret of the mountains, and he begins to tell you his story. He got pegged by orcs. He thanks you with a hanky panky. Oh boy. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you, but then he took an arrow to the knee. God. That's not what it says, of course, but I had to make the joke. Welcome to Skyrim, anybody. Now, if my editor could just add in a wipe, well, actually before that, because that'll be funnier, and then just go to Skyrim real quick and have a guard say the famous line. Hey, old man, show me what them gums do. No! Stop it. Do not be mean to this old adventurer. He's a guard in Whiterun. Like me, in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into this solitary cell, as a sort of pet for the creatures. You ask whether he would like to accompany you in the mountain, but he simply wants to leave and see the world again. You ask him for advice, but he says he knows little. He advises you to pay your respects to the boatman. He tells you that you must pull the right-hand lever, which is cool, because last time we pulled the left-hand lever and we got shafted. Automod held the message back for some reason. Grand Wizard? Why can't you say Grand Wizard? You know what, that's fine. I've added the Grand Wizard as a term. Why would it even... I don't know, man. I don't know why it would stop that. But here we are. It's because Grand Wizard is technically a rank of the pointy head weird guy. God. Allow. Why won't it... Allow, Jesus Christ. Ah, yes. Ah, I see. The people who do not go to go to church. Automat, I will beat your ass. Hey, Pete, the butt is trying his best, okay? He doesn't know you're not a member of the No clan. Anyway. Where was I? The right-handed lever on the wall ahead to open the iron gate at the end of the passage. He also learned that the keys to the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. Alright. Well, that's the guy who killed us last time. Get good, Automod. It's not good enough. You shake hands and leave the cell and go your separate ways. You gain 1 luck. I guess I can't go above 12 luck, which is kind of sad. But here we are. Further up the passage, you see a door on the east wall. You listen hard, but can hear no sound. Do you investigate the door? I mean... I feel like we have to, at this point. We have to investigate the door. Man, I could go with a cold can of Monster right now. Do you have a cold can of Monster? How would you even put a monster in a can? I mean, I guess it depends on what type of monster. Like, I think you could easily put a like a slime monster in a can. That would be very easy, I think, because it's liquidy. Oh, sad face. All right, let's open the door. The door is firmly locked. You may try to force it open. I mean, Mama didn't raise no quitter. Excellent, you deftly passed the skill check. If the number rolled is equal to or less than your skill, open the door. Ah, yes, this is the armory. We were here last time. I'm still holding the cosmic rainbow in a can hostage. Ah, indeed. The door splits along its length, and you can wrench the timbers apart to let yourself in. A small torch hangs from one wall, lighting up a small armory room, stocked with swords, shields, helmets, daggers, breastplates, and the like. You examine the weaponry and find nothing appears superior to your own sword. However, a circular iron shield with a golden crescent at its center catches your eye. You pick up and feel its weight on your arm. The shield will aid you in battle by helping you to fend off damage. Your skill increased by 1. You add the crescent shield to your gear and leave the room. And continue up the corridor. So we have 13 skill now, which is pretty cool. A cup of joe or what? Guys, enough with the nut jokes. I'm allergic. Please. Turn to page 300. On the east wall of the passage, you see another door, this time made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear the sounds of tortured screams coming from within. Now this might be the dwarf. Allergic? That's nuts. Yeah. Let's go try and save the dwarf. The door is not locked and opens. The room is in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber, with various torture devices around the walls. In the center of the room, 2 small hunchback creatures are torturing a dwarf, who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists. The 2 hunchbacks are poking and cutting him viciously with their swords. The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make a disappointed noise and look around angrily at you as if it was your fault the dwarf has collapsed. 50 Shades of Dwarf, indeed. You must act quickly. Well, you close the door quickly and continue up the corridor. Draw your sword and try to fight these creatures. Stride over to the dwarf, give him a jab with your sword, and put an evil laugh on for the torturers. Well, I don't see why I have to please these goblins. If anything, they should be the ones bowing down to me, as I am the taller humanoid here. So I think we'll just smack them real good with our sword. These 2 evil creatures are goblins. They attack you one at a time. Oh, well, at least they know goblin these nuts. I can't believe you killed that dwarf. I did not kill that dwarf. The goblins did. I'm gonna kill these goblins. Is one of them a mind goblin? Jeez, I hope not. What's a mind goblin? Goblin. Mind goblin. What are you doing? What are you saying? Alright, we killed the first goblin. Now for the second goblin. Alright, I guess it's quite easy to beat some goblins. Bing bong, hammer strong. We are triumphant! Excellent. And if I remember right, we get the... Is it a charcoal grilla or a propane grilla? It's the gorilla of the woods, you see. She's been stealing children. What an evil hag. Now, if I remember right, I cut down the dwarf. He is, as I guessed, dead. Going through the pockets of the 2 goblins, you find a large piece of sweet-smelling cheese. You put it in your pack and leave the room northwards. Alright, we're at the portcullis, and I think now is a good time to take a little break. Are they using guerrilla tactics? They sure are using guerrilla tactics. They learned them from Gorilla of the Woods. Anyway, funny D&D jokes aside, I think we're gonna take a little break. So I'll put on some nice chill music and be back in 20-25 minutes-ish. Gonna get myself some food, because I haven't had lunch. So yeah. See ya.
Hvordan downloader jeg et klip?
Hvis du laver det til et highlight, så er det nemmere.
Men nu har jeg lavet et klip.
It is what it is. Alright. Time to mute. All right. Sorry for the long break, but I'm back from lunch. It tasted pretty good. Just gonna close the music down here. Hi, I hope you all had a good break. Got something to drink and everything. Let's get back to the books. Real nice books. All right. Let's see here. You arrive at the end of the passage, where it meets another going eastward. But an iron portcullis blocks your way, and no amount of charging is going to budge it. There's gonna be a strong wind for 4 AM to late night, so prep yourself. Alright, thank you. Well, yeah, and it's also raining like that. There's a storm coming. It's really stormy out today, so we gotta be careful. Protect you and yours and be safe. On the wall to your right are 2 levers, and it seems likely that these levers have something to do with raising the portcullis. Do you wish to pull the right lever or the left lever? And we don't even got snack. How will we survive? We can make snack. I can bake something. We can have some cookies or something. All right. Wrong lever, Crunk? Brother, I desire cookie. Later, brother, lever. Later. Now, if I remember right, we are indeed Crunk, and we are pulling the right or the wrong lever. Now, the guy told us to pull the right one, and we did pull the left one last time. So, or was it the other way around? I've had lunch since we got the tip about which one to pull, so I'm kind of forgetful. Pull both. I don't think there's an option to pull both. Let's pull the right lever. You hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily, the portcullis races into the ceiling. You may now walk to the junction. Alright, cool. So, we did it. Good job. We're still on record time to get the speedrun. So will we turn east or west here? West Side Gang Gang. I mean, last time we only went west. So I say let's have some variety. Although I do agree, west is the best way. West is the best. It's kind of in the name. But I think we'll go east this time. Just in case. Look, we also got a nice new painting. Rest ye here, weary traveler. That sure doesn't look like a trap. Now let's see here. We're looking pretty good on stats. Cautiously, you creep along the passageway. After a short time, it turns sharply to the north. At the corner, there's a bench of solid wood, and above the bench, a sign reads, Rest ye here, weary traveler. Here you may stop and eat provisions if you wish. If you don't wish, or you don't have any left, and wish to continue. So what if I don't have any left and I don't wish to continue? I suppose that's not an option. It is it the cock chair? I mean, if I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? And that's to sit and have a bite to eat. As you sit on the bench, you eat your food and begin to feel deeply relaxed, and the aches from your body seem to soothe themselves away. This resting place is enchanted. You restore 2 additional stamina points and 1 skill point. Cool. Does that mean we get 30 skill? Yeah, it does. Nice. So it isn't a trap. Yeah, surprisingly, this isn't a trap. I am just as surprised as you are. I mean, you really think it was, wouldn't you? Because it sure looks like a trap. How boring. Yeah, right. When you're ready to continue, move along the passage. Alright. You arrive at another junction in the passageway. If you would like to head westwards, turn to page 235. If you wish to go east, turn to 323. Alright. I don't know. I mean, we went west all the time last time, so how about we just go east all the time this time? What's the worst that can happen? I wish to go east. After a few meters, you reach a freeway junction. Wait, how does the map look now? Alright, we're still somehow near the portcullis. I guess. Somehow. Alrighty. Good to know, I guess. BRB. Well, alright. See you later. I guess we'll keep going east. Don't want to go north yet. Oh god. Excuse me, that was probably horribly loud. But good morning to those I woke up. The passageway ends in a sturdy wooden door. If you want to try opening it, turn to 193. If you want to go back to the junction and try another route, turn to 93. Alright, how about we open it? The door opens and you enter a small room. Your eyes widen as you look around to see the walls of the room are covered in ornate stonework. Mosaic and marble inline give this room a kind of beauty you have never seen before. In the corner of the room is a large metal statue of a one-eyed creature. In its single eye, a sparkling jewel. As it appears to be no other ways through the room, you'll have to go back to the junction, but the large jewel is very tempting. Will you leave it alone and go back to the junction, or try to take the jewel with you? Ooh. Now, if this doesn't smell like trap, I don't know what smells like trap. This feels like a modern anime, if you know what I'm saying. So do we take it, or no? Surely they will hit us with the double. Ah, don't worry fam, it's not a trap. That would be really funny if they hit us with the double no trap. But I got a feeling that this is a trap. But then again, a jewel is worth a lot of money. So you know what? Let's try to take it. You approach the statue cautiously. A scampering behind you makes you flash round, but it is only a rat. You feel at the jewel, but it is solidly in place. You try to work your sword in behind it, and as you work, you hear an ominous creaking noise. To your horror, the statue is beginning to move. You jump down and draw your sword. The iron cyclops cranes its head around towards you and steps forward from its pedestal. You have to fight. Or you must fight, rather. So, guess we have to fight an iron cyclops, which sounds pretty cool, to be honest. Alright. Ooh, that's a 10-10. That's a strong creature. So it could quite easily beat us in combat. Because that's 10 skill. This is the first really dangerous battle we've had so far. I hope I don't die here. Alright, so far so good. Ooh, we just edge out on that one. Alright, just one last hit and I'll be back. Welcome back. We found a trap. An iron cyclops was actually... The statue was a cyclops all along and it did not like us trying to steal from it. Ooh. Damn. Did I hear edging? You sure did. Damn, we really beat the meat out of this. Well, it's an iron cyclops, so I guess we beat the iron out of the ore out of the cyclops. Damn, that was scary. That was a 10-10. That's like a super strong monster. That's really scary. Alright, we win. You sit back and rest from the exhausting battle. You prize the jewel from the still statue. It is heavy in your hand and is worth 50 gold pieces. Alright, cash money, let's go. You put it in your pack. As you explore the room and the statue, you notice that one of the breastplate sections is loose. When you open this, you find a small key inside. You examine this and notice the number 111 on it. Or 121, as I like to say. With a smile, you put the jewel and the key in your pack. Add 3 luck points for your discovery. You may rest and eat here. Eat provisions. Why can't I rest and eat provisions? Ah, it's because I have full health. Never mind. If using Google is Googling, then using Microsoft Edge is... I think you would like shorten it to micro edging, probably. I don't know. However, funny joke. When you're ready, you set off back to the junction. Alright, back to the junction we go. And now we're forced to move north. The passage ahead ends at a sturdy door. You listen but hear nothing. You try the handle, it turns, and you enter the room. As you look around, you hear a loud cry from behind you. And swing around to see a wild man leaping towards you, wielding a large battle axe. He's a mad barbarian. You must fight. Alright, guess we have to fight the mad barbarian. At least he's not as strong as the Iron Cyclops. So this should be easy enough. Alright, yeah, there we go. I am triumphant. And we defeated the barbarian. A search of the room reveals nothing of any value, although an old box in the corner contains a wooden mallet and 5 short stumps of wood, hardened at one end. You can take these and leave through the door in the north wall. Now teabag him. Stop, he's already dead. We killed him real good. Alright. The door opens into a short corridor, which ends several meters ahead of another door, similar to the one you have just come through. You listen and hear nothing. You try the handle, and it turns, allowing you into another room of a similar size. But this room is splendidly decorated, with a polished marble floor and rough walls painted white. On each of the four walls, Jesus Christ, hangs a painting, and there's another door in the north wall. Alright. You can either go straight through the room, or you may stop and look at the paintings. Do we look at the paintings? What do you think? Art appreciation? I mean, I guess. Let's stop and look at some paintings. The paintings are portraits of men. Your spine shivers as you read the nameplate under one of the west walls. Under the one on the west wall. It is that of Sagor, the warlock whose treasures you are seeking. You look at his portrait and realize you are pitting yourself against an awesome adversary. You have the feeling that you are being watched and notice the piercing eyes following you as you move. You find yourself drawn towards his portrait, and your fear rises. You lose one skill point. Ah, dang it. I mean, we can lose one skill. That's what happens. Do you have the courage to try to combat the warlock? You may either escape, incurring the usual 2 stamina penalty, through the north door, or you may look through your pack for a weapon to use against the warlock's power. Interesting. So we're fighting him, but we're just finding a magical painting. And I guess attacking it with like a slash isn't just gonna work. Which is interesting. Yeah, let's try and fight him. I don't want to run away. You try using various pieces of equipment against the gaze of the painting, but none seem to work. You may try any of the following if you have them. We can slash the painting with my sword. I can hold a jewel up in front of it. Plunge a wooden stake into it. Or throw cheese at it.
Cheese!
I would say I'm cheesed to meet you, Mr. Warlock, but I don't think I am very cheesed. Roll the cheese! I wonder what happens if we throw cheese at him. I am curious. Interesting. If there is cheese option, cheese. How about we place a bookmark here? Just in case. Just to see what happens, you know? Maybe he's just hungry. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe it's Maybelline. Alright, you know what? Let's throw cheese at him. The cheese hits the portraits and bounces off. You hear an evil laugh coming from the walls and realize the warlock is mocking you. You quickly decide to leave the room to the north door. Alright, I guess. So we just lose one skill? Oh, that's a shame. So he's just making fun of our cheese now, and we lost the cheese. You get embarrassed and then left? Yeah. We even lost the cheese. We no longer have the cheese. Which is even more sad if you think about it. Alright, let's keep going. You open the door into a narrow passage and follow it northwards. Some meters up the passageway, it turns to the east, and then turns to the north. However, at this second bend, there's a small alcove in the rock. It seems a convenient hiding place, and a large rock forms a comfortable seat. So another place we can sit and rest. But you know, I don't think we need to rest. Yeah, we got plenty of stamina. Let's preserve our food and not eat too much. Don't want to gain weight now. And how about we just keep moving northwards? It can't heal the cringe you just earned. Ah, fair. I mean, throwing the cheese was pretty cringe. The passageway ends in another wooden door. This time, a small one, with a carved bone handle. You listen, but hear nothing coming from inside. You try the handle, and the door opens into a pear-shaped room with a rough stone floor, making walking across it somewhat awkward. In one corner of the room is a pile of rubble, mainly stones and dust. But there are also two oddly shaped pieces of wood and a length of rope. A door in the north wall leads on. Will you examine the bits of wood, study the length of rope, or leave through the north door? I mean, surely there isn't. I guess we can look at the bits of wood. Both pieces of wood are Y-shaped and smooth, as if washed up from a river. You decide to take them with you. Okay, so we got some pieces of wood. You may either leave through the north door or stay and examine the rope. You know what? Let's examine this rope. What's the worst that can happen? You pick up the rope and it looks normal. In effect, it looks as if it might be quite useful. You open your pack to put it in, suddenly it comes alive in your fingers. Snakes quickly up your arm and attempts to wrap itself around your neck. You struggle to cut the rope with your sword before its grip tightens. Oh god. Is the sword just gonna... Is the rope gonna kill me now? You are lucky. You need a luck score of 12 or lower and you rolled a 4. Good. So I guess we don't get killed. You cut the rope and it drops to the ground. You have defeated this cursed artifact, and you can proceed on your quest. I mean, we already examined the wood, so let's leave. The passage ahead leads you northwards. The rocky floor becomes sandy until eventually you are walking on a sort of coarse sand. You notice the passage is winding, and ahead of you you can hear a flowing river. You continue until you find yourself at a large cavern through which a river flows. English is hard. Oh, we're back here at the ferryman. Nice. You're on the south bank of an underground river. Facing across its black depths, there appear to be 4 ways of crossing. To your left, a rusted gold bell bears the sign, Ferry Service, 2 gold pieces, please ring. There's a small raft in front of you on the bank with a long stick resting beside it. You could punt across the river, and there's a rickety old bridge. It crosses on the right. If you don't trust any of these, you may swim. How will you cross the river? I mean... last time we just called the... Last time we just called the ferryman, right? And that was a little... I mean, he wants our money, but I don't think we necessarily need to fight him. Or not fight him, like use him. I mean, so you know what? How about we try swimming a little bit? Just a little bit, you know? We could always try. A brisk swim. The water is icy cold. You start to swim and notice that your splashing is attracting a moving turbulence in the water. Will your strength and stamina hold out? Roll 2 dice. Excellent, you definitely passed the skill check. If your roll is equal or less than your stamina score, you believe you make it and swim furiously to the north bank. Ah, dang it. I don't get to see what the turbulence is, but that's okay. You gain ground on the turbulence in the water, but a few meters from the north bank you notice 2 sinister reptilian eyes on the surface of the water, watching you. You are swimming straight from them, or for them. If you decide you'd rather not face the owner of the eyes, you may turn around and head straight back to the south bank. You may either head for the south bank at full speed, risk confronting the eyes ahead, or try taking a detour which will send you closer to the turbulence. I feel like the game is not quite done with the turbulence. How about we take a detour? We see what's up with this turbulence. You never know, right? It could be something cool. We don't know what it is. The water around you bristles with activity, as if an invisible hand is dropping unseen pebbles into the water. You gulp. Piranhas! And you begin. That's not how that's not begin, that's being. Huh, there's a spelling mistake in here. How nice. You begin to feel their sharp teeth biting into your flesh. You kick with your limbs and slash with your weapon to keep them off until you reach the south bank. Treat the piranhas as a single creature. You must fight. Alright, let's kill some piranhas. Alright, there we go. Unstoppable killing machine. If you win, turn to page 218. Alright. You arrive exhausted and lose 1 stamina point. Ah, dang it. You slash the last piranha and manage to scramble out the water and lie panting on the shore. You're exhausted from your frenzied exit from the water. Your previous attempt to cross the water has failed. You're back on the south bank. Which method of crossing will you choose this time? Ah, dang it. I can't swim no more? How about we try to summon the ferryman? How bad can he possibly be? The bell gives a dull clang, and after a few moments, you see a withered old man climb into a small rowing boat moored on the north bank. He rows slowly across to you, moors the boat, and limps towards you. He asks you for 3 gold pieces. When you protest at the price, he mumbles some flimsy excuse about inflation. He begins to get angry at your protestations. Well, you know what? I'm gonna threaten him. How dare he not... The price is the price. It says so on the tin, buddy. You can't just change the price because inflation. Then you should write a better price. He doesn't take at all kindly to your threats. As you argue with his anger builds, you notice a transformation taking place. He begins to straighten up and grows physically stronger in front of your eyes. Oh no. His face and arms grow hairy, his teeth become sharp and pointed, and you must make a quick decision. Will you offer him 5 gold pieces to calm him down, or prepare to attack him? You know what? This is my money. I earned it. Let's fight, old man. He now stands just under 2 meters tall. He advances towards you. His body is hairy, his teeth are pointed, his eyes flash, his fingers are sharp claws. His fingernails are sharp claws, rather. His nose has become a rat-like snout. He is a were-rat. It is revenge from the last... Yeah, it's the revenge from last time. I don't think the ferryman killed us last time. But let's beat him up anyway. He's a were-rat, after all. He's a foul creature. Animals did kill me last time. That's true. An animal did kill us last time. Oof. That's the first time we take damage today. It was to the were-rat, of all things. And now I killed him. I am triumphant. He now stands just under 2 meters tall. Oh, okay, I won. Okay, next page. The were-rat slumps to the ground. You search his body and find 2 gold pieces. His fare from the last crossing. You curse him for trying to overcharge you. You add the 2 gold pieces to your bag and row yourself across the river. Add 2 luck points as you moor on the boat. On the north bank, you look back at the body. It has vanished. Turn to page 7. You arrived at the river on the north bank of the fast-flowing river in a large underground cavern. Facing northwards, the rock face is smooth and glistening with moisture. Moss of many different hues grow on the surface. There's an eerie silence punctured only by the splashing of the river as it flows behind you. You have 3 options. A passage runs off to the northwest. If you take this route, turn to page 271. A large timber door is directly in front of you, in the middle of the rock face. If you open the door, turn to page 104. Another passage runs along the river, eastwards. To follow this along the river bank, turn to 99. Page 99. Which way did we go last time? Because we died right about here last time. I believe. Well, how about we go get revenge on the guy who took us off last time? Which was the passive to the... The northwest, right? I think it was the northwest. Alright. Northwest it is. The short passage begins to narrow and ends a few meters ahead of a doorway. If you wish to go through the door, turn to page 363. Or 36, rather. If you decide against this direction, go back. Alright, so let's go inside. Yeah, it's the guy with his foul-smelling hound. What a bastard. You're in a small, foul-smelling room. You notice 2 doors, one to the west and one behind you to the south. The furniture in the room is sparse and has been made mostly out of bits of old boats. There appears to be nothing of value in the room, but a bunch of keys hangs on the wall. An old man in ragged clothes is slumped asleep on the bench, made from half a rowing boat. Snoring loudly next to him is a vicious-looking brown dog with red eyes and black teeth. You have awakened it, and it is eyeing you suspiciously. A deep growl is coming from its throat. You may tiptoe past and exit through the south door, bang on the door behind you, and cough a few ahums to wake up the old man. You know what? I think it's time we slay the dog. The dog's eyes glow with an unnatural light. It advances quickly towards you. Its hideous black teeth are coming straight for your throat. As it leaps for you, blasts of fire shoot from its mouth, right at your face. You duck just in time, but must now fight the beast. Be warned, this dog's fiery breath deals 3 damage whenever it attacks successfully. Alright, let's beat this dog. Alright, so far so good. And we killed the dog. Good job. This is the dog that ended us last time. We are triumphant. The old man watches the fight, but does not move unless you kill his dog. If you killed the dog, you may escape through the south door, but you will not have time to take anything with you. If you wish to stay, turn to page 304. The old man is furious that you killed his dog. Fair enough. I mean, fair. His eyes turn white with anger. He slowly rises from his seat, and as he stands, he appears to grow in size and stature. He is changing in front of your eyes. Where have we read this before? He gone John Wick your ass. Probably. The old man emerges to be John Wick, and he shoots you with 5 guns at the same time. No. He's changing shape right in front of our eyes. He sprouts hair on his face and his forearms. His nose lengthens and becomes dog-like. His teeth are pointed. He's a werewolf. Ah, so that's why the room is named the werewolf room. And he advances towards you. Time to fight. Because we must. Excellent. All right. If you defeated this deadly foe, turn to page 203. Add 1 point to your luck after defeating the werewolf. Nice. So now we're at like what? 12 luck? Yeah. That's a really high luck stat. As you look around the room, there appears to be a little of use, although the bunch of keys looks interesting, particularly the one marked Boathouse. None are numbered. You may take the keys if you wish. You may rest here and eat provisions. I don't think I will, because I think we're pretty good on health. Yeah, you know what? Let's eat some food. There we go. There are doors to the west and south. If you wish to open the west door, turn to page 38. If you want to go south, turn to 66. All right. How about we go through the door to the west? West is, after all, the best. You open the door to find the werewolf's larder, a miscellaneous collection of bones and decaying meats. The smell is nauseating, although a jar of pickled eggs seem fairly palatable food. There's enough for 2 meals worth of provisions. You head back into the main room. You may now go out through the south door. Alright, so we got pickled eggs. It's very nice. And they count as provisions, I see. Interesting. The door opens and you find yourself back at the passage leading back to the riverbank. You may return to the river. No, we do actually return to the river and may now either head for the rock in the middle of the rock face or go down the passage that runs eastward along the riverbank. How about we go... Thinking. How about we go east? That might be fun. The passageway runs eastward. Ahead you can see that a solid-looking door blocks the passage. You step up to investigate. Oh, that looks interesting. A sign above the door reads Boathouse. The door is firmly locked, but a small barred window allows you to look inside. You can see a number of skeleton men working on building a boat of some sort. They're moving in a series of quick, jerky actions. Rather insect-like. If you have a key clearly labeled Boathouse, turn to page 80. If you want to try and break down the door, turn to page 264. If you want to return to the riverbank and try another route, turn to 129. How about we open the door? How about that? The key fits in the lock and the door opens. You find yourself in a large boathouse. Various boats in different stages of construction are lying around. There are 2 doors, the one behind you and another one to the north wall. As you enter, the skeletons stop their work and crane their bony necks around to look at you. They pick up planks of wood and hammers and advance towards you. There are 5 of them. Do you smile nervously and go back out the door into the passage? Tell them you've come about buying a boat. Tell them you're their new boss and order them back to work. Or draw your sword and prepare to battle. You know what? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, peepers. I am the boss now. This is rather unlikely story, considering that the skeletons see very few humans around. Nevertheless, They are pretty dim. You knew this, and that's why you tried the story. You rolled a 1. Oh no. I don't know if this is good or bad. But let's see where this leads. You shout authoritatively at the skeletons, but they don't believe you and keep on advancing their hefting their tools. I guess the skeletons advance and force you back to the door. The leader approaches with 2 behind, the final 2 behind them. You must fight. Great, I love fighting skeletons. Damn, a double 6. We defeated the leader skeleton. Now we must kill the first skeleton. It's weird that the first skeleton isn't the leader, but that's not for me to decide. I'm not part of the skeleton union. Maybe he was democratically elected, I don't know. Alright, now it's time for the second skeleton. Alright, and the third. I think there's one more after this guy. Ooh, this might be bad. Nope, we're fine. Dang. I'm just the luckiest lucksack. Fourth skeleton. And there we go. We are triumphant. I win, so I turn to page 395. You step over the bones on the floor to take a closer look at the boathouse. You pick up and study a few of the tools scattered around, hammers, nails, chisels, and the like. But they appear very ordinary. You hear a banging sound coming from beyond the north door, and you have time for one further search before you must react. Do you look through the drawers of the benches around the room, or check the tools more carefully? That's a good question. How about we check the drawers? There might be something interesting. As you begin to search, you hear a noise from behind the door in the north wall. The drawers are full of nails and tacks and miscellaneous bits and pieces. In one of the drawers, a copper-colored key inscribed with the 66 number, which looks interesting. You take it. The noise from the door gets louder. You go to the north door to investigate. The door opens into a short corridor, about 15 meters long. There are 2 doors and one at each end. You now realize what the noise was. More skeletons, 4 of them, armed with swords, are running down the corridor towards you. They don't appear to have seen you, and you notice a slight recess in the wall, which may be a useful hiding place. You decide to try it. Interesting. The skeletons do not notice you and disappear through the door into the boathouse. Breathing a sigh of relief, you press on to try the door at the north end of the passage. For evading the skeletons, you gain 2 luck points. Nice. Going through the door, you enter a large room. Various bits of wooden debris are strewn untidily across the floor. Apart from the door you entered through, there's one door in the north wall. In one corner is a crude wooden desk with a box on it. We gotta love desks with boxes on it. That's our favorite thing in the whole world. Gotta love them. Oh, that's a good drink. In another corner, apparently asleep or dead, is a hideous looking human-sized creature with warty skin, wild hair, and long claws for fingernails. Will you tiptoe through the north door or tiptoe across to the desk and loot the box? I mean, he's asleep, right? Like it's not like it's gonna hurt him if we just, yoink it real quick. Like who's gonna stop us? Nobody, right? Nobody's gonna stop us. Let's loot this box. As you move, the creature's eyes flash open. He sees you and slowly gets to his feet. His breathing becomes heavy and he stalks towards you. You must stand and fight him. He's a powerful adversary, a wight. He is large, strong, and evil. The battle commences. You must fight. I mean, he's still not harder than the what's it called? The Cyclops, thank you. So I think we'll be fine. Well, not if we roll double ones. That's kind of bad. But not as bad as when he rolls a 1 and a 2. The combat has lasted long enough. Ah. You fight with your sword. After you have inflicted your first wound on him, turn to page 310. Something is not quite right. You landed a fair blow on him, but he appears not to have noticed the wound. You deduce that this undead creature is not vulnerable to normal weapons. You are facing a dreaded wight. You recall that some undead creatures are vulnerable to weapons made of solid silver. Fanatically, you rifle through your belongings and grab... Oh, we could have gotten a silver chisel. God dang it. Do we want to save the bow and arrow? Or do we use it here? I think we use the bow and arrow. You only have one silver arrow, one chance to make the shot against the wight. The vile creature bears down on you. Test your luck. You are lucky. You need a luck score of 12 or lower and you scored 8. Cool. If you're lucky, your shot is true and the wight is killed instantly. Turn to page 135. The wight lies in the heap in the corner of the room. You approach his desk and open the box. There are 18 gold pieces within the box, which you take with you. You gain 2 luck for defeating the creature. Alright, let's go. Through the north door. The door slams shut with a loud bang behind you. Oh god, excuse me. You find yourself in a passageway running ahead northwards. You follow it for several meters until it bends to the west and continue onwards. Some way down the passage, you've come across a narrow opening in the north wall and decide to go through. You climb through the opening and find yourself at the top of a narrow staircase leading downwards. Cautiously, you descend the stairs. The narrow staircase is cut into the rock, and there are about 20 steps leading down. At the bottom of the steps, a passageway leads into a large open chamber. This chamber stinks of putrefying flesh. Nasty. The smell is so bad that you are tempted to turn back. 3 bodies lie in the chamber. You may either search the bodies or tiptoe quickly through the room. I mean, it does smell nasty in here. We've learned that much. But I see no reason not to try and loot, if you will. So, how about we search the second body? As you move over towards the second body, you accidentally kick the third corpse on the floor. Its eyes flickers open and it quickly sets up and slashes at you with its long, sharp fingernails. Test your luck. You're lucky. That's good. If you're lucky, the creature misses. Turn to page 230. The creature now standing before you is a semi-decaying man. His quick eyes dart from side to side, watching you. His long tongue flashes out with a hissing noise. His teeth and nails are sharp, and he doesn't seem to be afraid of your weapon. He's a ghoul. You must fight. He has the ability to paralyze and kill you if he scores 4 separate wounds on you during this battle, so beware. Alright. Interesting. So he can't land any hits or we're screwed. Luckily, we rolled better than he did. And that's really all we have to do. Ooh, this might be bad. Ouch. No, wait, I hit him. I rolled just good enough. That's good. We are triumphant. If you defeat him, turn to page 390. The ghoul twitches and dies at your feet. You search its body and find a little of interest. A couple of earrings worth 1 gold piece between them are in one of his pockets. You take these. You add 2 luck points. For killing the ghoul, if you haven't already searched the first body, you do so and find 5 gold pieces. Now we can rest and eat some food. And seeing as we got some extra food from the pickled eggs, I think we will. Nom 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 nom. Alright, let's search the second body while we can. You search the pockets of the other body and you find 8 gold pieces, a bottle of liquid, and an old piece of parchment. You may take these items. To read the parchment, sure, let's read the parchment. The parchment is a well-worn and almost illegible. It is a map of some sort headed the maze of Sagor. You can make little sense of it. Although a room to the north is marked GER and another to the east is marked SMPLE. You fold up the map and put it in your pocket. If you have not yet tested the liquid and wish to do so, turn to 369. Nice. You know, I'm not gonna drink some year-old piss bottle that this guy had. I don't think I will. So let's just keep moving southwards. Yeah, I'd rather not. You leave the chamber, walk down a short passage, and reach a staircase going up. You climb the stairs and arrive at the top of a passageway. At the top of the stairs, the passage turns to sharply to the east. As you pause to get your bearings, you hear a creaking in the rock behind you. You spin around to see a heavy portcullis drop to seal off the passageway behind you. Your only way is now forward. You may either press forward or check the walls for a secret passage. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can find this secret passage, if there is one. You find no secret passage. However, your exploration attracts some sort of creature. Damn. And as you listen, you can hear something coming down the corridor towards you. You turn to find out what the sort of wandering monster you've come across. Your trappings and scrapping at the rock face as you search for secret doors and passageway resound through the dungeon corridors. Various creatures roam freely through the underworld, and your noise have just attracted the attention of one of these following monsters. A 5. An eerie rattling echoes down the corridor as the monster moves towards you. As it enters the glow, you discover it is a skeleton and you must fight it. Alright. We've beat these guys before, we can do it again. It's not that hard, it's just a little skelly boy. See, we're already beating him. Ooh, that was close. If that was a 6, we would have taken damage. I am triumphant. If you defeat the skeleton, you may press on down the passageway by turning to page 48. You are on the east-west corridor. If you go east, you will turn a corner northwards. Oh boy. Helps to have a map. How about we go east? East-west. If you go east... Oh, we can only go east or north. Let's go north. Yeah, no east. You're looking at the south end of a north-south corridor. Oh boy. Looking northwards, you can see a passage coming off the eastern wall. Do you want to go up this passage? Check for secret passages as you walk northwards. Or go south? Secret passages didn't work that well last time. So how about we just go to this new passage we found? I'm standing in a T-junction where the passage to the east comes off a north-south corridor. Oh boy. I feel like we're gonna do a lot of going in circles. How about we go north? I'm standing in a bend now, where you may either go west or south. So we're in a corner now. How about we go west? You're standing at a cross to the west. Passageway goes on a few meters and turns northwards. To the north, there's a passageway that ends at a door. To the east, the passage continues and eventually turns southwards. Looking south, the passage goes on as far as you can see. Well, how about we go to this door that's on the north? Wait, what? Let's go through the door. Uh-oh. You've entered a large square room. Broken pottery lies scattered all about. One large clay vase is untouched and is full of a clear liquid. A large bowl is filled with full of golden pieces. As you enter the room, the door slams behind you, and you swing around to face a strange-looking monster, half man, half bull, who is glaring at you. He's a minotaur, however you want to pronounce that. He's a little tall. And he stalks towards you. He lowers his head and horns, pointing at your chest, and charges. You must fight. Great. I love fighting monsters. As much as it feels like I'm not doing the best options, we sure do seem to be winning combat a lot, so it's not really a big deal that we run into these strong monsters. Especially not with rolls like this. Alright. If you defeat this monstrous foe, turn to page 258. You sort through the broken pots and find little of interest. The liquid looks, smells, and tastes like water. The coins in the pot are fraud. 8 genuine gold pieces lie on the surface of the gold pile, which you take. Underneath are merely painted pieces of pot. Well, that sucks. As you tip the vase out, it slips and breaks. A red-colored key appears, hidden inside a false bottom in the bowl. You take this key and it is inscribed with the number 111. Hey, we have another one of those. You add 2 luck points for defeating the Minotaur. You leave the room and continue your quest. Well, let's go. Can we go through the door again? You've already been in this room. Yeah, and slayed a Minotaur. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so let's go south. And go east, I guess. You're standing in the bend at the passage where you may go either west or south. How about we go west then? Standing at a crossroads to west, the passageway goes on a few meters and turns northwards to the northward passage, ends at a door. To the east, the passage continues, eventually turns southwards. Looking south, the passage goes on as far as you can see. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're in a maze now. And we have been for some times. At least we defeated the Minotaur, but oh damn. East, I guess. How about we check for secret passages here, because this page number is different, so there might be something here. There are no signs of any secret passages, but You suddenly hear footsteps coming towards you. Ah, great.
Another Minotaur?
Another monster. Let's roll. You hear angry squawks and squeals. Something large and furry scurries down the wall, down the corridor towards you. As it nears the glow of your lantern, and you realize it's a giant rat. He makes all the rules. I can't kill him, but I must. I'm sorry, giant rat. We killed the giant rat. Okay, let's go east. Find no secret patch, however, your rummage attracts the attention of something sinister. Oh, great, another monster. Oh boy. A goblin. Let's fight the goblin. We kill the goblin. You then become the giant rat. Oh yeah, that's true, I killed the giant rat, so now I'm the giant rat. I don't know. Go north, I guess? I gotta say, I really hated this part of the book, because even though it is a small maze, it's not that big. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep going in circles like this. I'm not a particularly big fan of mazes, especially if it's not visualized, because then it's like kind of hard. I have a hard time putting the words that the book is giving us into a, shall we say, mind's theater of the mind, so to say. How about we go south for a bit? I mean, I'm just walking around in circles now. I'm not even reading anymore because I don't know where I'm going. I'm at the south end of the north-south corridor. Oh god. Looking northwards, you can see a passage coming off the east wall. Oh boy. This is gonna be a long one. How about we go east then? I don't want to investigate the dead end. I don't think... And then there's a door. Let's try the door. The door opens and you find yourself in a small, smoke-filled room. Sitting in the room, around a wooden table, are 4 tiny men. Each 1 meter tall, but all are apparently fully mature. Ah, we found some dwarves, it seems. Cool. What an interesting couple of guys. They're just playing poker, it seems. About 1 meter tall, but apparently fully mature. With withered skin and long bushy beards, they are cursing, laughing, and joking as they play a card game. Each one is leaning back on his tiny chair, puffing a long clay pipe. On the table, there are a number of copper coins and 4 mugs of ale. As you walk in, the merriment stops. They are on their guard, but don't appear to be dangerous. One stands up and makes some comment about your lack of manners, not knocking before you came in. The others nod in their agreement. Do you chat to them and try to befriend them, apologize, bow, and leave the room, offer to join their game, or draw your sword and go for the leader? You know what? I'd rather just go back to the horrors of the maze. I am sorry. Oh, God. I would love to sit and play some poker, but I also kind of want to finish up the... But gambling, yeah, I know, but I would like to try and get through the book, and I want to prove to myself that I can... Who are you? I know. And prove to myself I can get through this... this dumb... maze. God, I hate mazes. Hmm. Get toward the dead end, but can't see anything out of the ordinary. You can check the dead end for a secret passage. I think this is a trap, so I'm not gonna search here. Let's head west. How about we check for a secret passage here? What's the worst that can happen here? As you try the walls up the passageway, a secret door opens up along the west wall. Are we out? Are we finally free? Am I free of this curse? You are standing in a north-south passage. Oh no. To the north you can see a passage. Off to the east, to the south, a passage that turns westward and a west wall. In front of you is a secret door. A secret door! Finally. Let's get... Oh no. Is this a trap? To investigate the north passage, head east, turn to 52. To head south, turn to 391. Or go through the secret door in the west wall. Let's go through the secret door. You are standing in a narrow corridor. Behind you is a secret door to the east. Ahead of you is a crossroads. Let's go to the crossroads. You now stand at a cross. We're still in the maze. We're still in a maze. Secret doors be damned, I'm still in a maze. Let's go west. The passageway ends in front of you in a dead end. Sure, let me find a secret passage. You find no secret passages, but as you press the wall, you hear a click, you feel dizzy and slump to the ground. When you come to, you do not recognize your surroundings. Ah, great. I've been moved around in the maze? That's lovely. I love it when I can auto-travel the maze. Let's go west. If I keep going west, I'm sure it'll go fine, right? You're standing at a crossroads. To the west, the passageway goes on a few meters and turns northwards. To the north, the passageway ends at a door. To the east, the passage continues and eventually turns southward. Looking south, the passage goes on as far as you can see. To return north, turn to go west, to go south, or to go east. Let's go south. Is the map any help at all? Not really. The map is no help whatsoever. Interesting. You follow along a narrow passageway which goes south and then east and then south again until you eventually find yourself at a crossroads. Lovely. Can we just keep going south? You set off south along a cobbled passageway. It swings west, then south, then west again, until you find yourself in a freeway junction. Oh boy. Let's go back east. You follow the cobbled corridor east, then north, then east again, and follow north until you wind up at a crossroads. Turn to page 267. I am in a crossroad now. Can I go... Can we try some south again? I'm sure this will work. West is best. You set off to the south along a cobbled passageway. It swings west, then south, then west again. You find yourself in a freeway junction. West. The passageway goes west and then south, and finally you come to stop at a dead end. You may return to the freeway junction and go east, or head north, or investigate the dead end. How about we investigate this dead end? You poke around looking for signs of secret doors, but can find none. You pause to ponder your situation, and a small jet of gas hisses from the ceiling. You cough and choke, clear your lungs, but collapse to your knees. Your head spins, and you flop to the floor in an unconscious heap. When you come to, you look around in an unfamiliar place. Oh, God damn it. You finally find yourself north-south. You find yourself in the north-south corridor. To the north, the passage turns east some meters ahead. Let's investigate that north passage. You're standing in the southeast-west passageway, with a door blocking the west to the east. The way to the east. God, I am... all of these directions, they are messing me up. To the west, the passage turns southwards for several meters. Oh boy. How about we go back around the bend to return to the north-south corridor? You find yourself in the north-south corridor. To the north passage, turn east some meters ahead. How about we go south and then turn east? Oh, there's a door. Let's go for the door. You set off and find yourself in the middle of a north-south passageway. There's a door to the west, turn wall of the passage. Opposite the door is a passage going off eastward. To the north, you can see a door some meters ahead. To the south, you can see a junction. Which will you choose? I have no clue where I'm going anymore. You are in a north-south corridor somewhere in the mountain. I don't know anymore. I'm going insane. This book is tearing me apart. Boy. What page are we on? Thanks, bookmark. Alright, how about we go towards the large wooden door? I got an achievement! Cool, I didn't know there were achievements in the book. You enter a large square room. In the center of the room is a gray-haired old man sitting at a desk. His desk is covered in papers and parchment of various sorts, and he holds a long quill pen. He is surrounded by books. Thousands of them line the shelves around the walls. From the floor to the ceiling, as you enter, he looks up at you. Will he recognize you? If you have been in this room before, turn to... If not, turn to 30... I haven't seen this man, so we'll go here. The old man glares at you as you enter the room. You may either apologize, explain that you lost your way, and will leave through either the door to the west hall wall or the door in the south wall. Alternatively, you may try to talk to the old man. If you want to talk to him, you can either be pleasant or demand that he answer your questions. I think this is the bad Warlock. I think we found the Warlock. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. How about we demand some answers? This maze is insane. He shrieks and hides behind his desk. He is terrified of your aggressive manner. Okay. His squeaky little voice explains that he is the maze master in charge of the maze of Sagor. Oh, so he is not Sagor himself. He's the maze master. Got it. You talk to him and reassure him that you mean no harm, and he eventually comes out from behind the desk. I guess we didn't need violence today. He sits down as his confidence returns. A strange thing happens. His manner becomes firm and self-assured. He refers to a book, points his finger, and the book slips from the shelf and floats. The shelf, I think it's supposed to say, and floats onto the desk in front of him. You deduce that he is a wizard of some power. Perhaps even the dungeon master himself. Come to investigate you. You ask him the way out of the maze. He tells you to leave by the south door, walk past the door on your right until you can go no further, then left. Go over the crossroad and turn left at the next one. If you wish to take his advice, leave through the south door and keep going until you reach the second crossroad. If you leave through the south door but instead you make your own way around, turn to page 392. If you leave via the west door, turn to 46. Oh boy. How about we follow his directions? Or, nah. Okay. What if this is clearly a trap, though? I don't want to risk it. I really don't. I don't want to keep going through this maze. I haven't been here that long, but I'm already getting infuriated. How about we go out the south door, but we don't follow his advice? I think that's a good idea. Wait, we've been here before. This is where we came from. Well, now I feel dumb. Ugh. You are in a north-south corridor. You may go either northwards through a large wooden door or turn south. I think we can go south. We'll keep going south. And I will keep walking 100 miles. And now we're in a freeway junction. I think we've been here before, but it's hard to tell. Let's go north. You set off and find yourself in the middle of a north-south passageway. There's a door in the western wall of the passage. Opposite the door is a passage going off eastward. To the north, you can see a door, some meters ahead. To the south, you can see a junction. Which will you choose? Jesus Christ. How about we go to the door to the north? Wait, what? Well, now we're just back here. Now we're back in his room. But I went straight, right? I'm so confused. This maze is a nightmare and I don't like being here. Will the man you enter a large square room. In the center of the room is a gray-haired old man sitting at a desk. His desk is covered in papers and parchment of various sorts, and he holds a large quill pen. He is surrounded by books, thousands of them, line the shelves around the walls from floor to ceiling. As you enter, he looks up at you. Will he recognize you? Yes, he will, because I've been here before. You again, says the maze master. The maze master, obviously annoyed at being disturbed. You're disturbing my concentration. Be off with you. You begin to explain that you are only returned by mistake, but as you open your mouth, an icy glare from the old man silences you. You decide to leave him to it. But why, though? Why? Fine. I'll leave. I guess we're back here again. Okay, go south. Well, we tried to go south last time, so let's go east. I'm just gonna try and process of elimination this. Sure, secret passage. It's been a while since we fought something. If I know secret passage, if you're on your way north, turn to 390, 59. If you're going south, turn 329. Let's go north, I guess. We're at a crossroads yet again. Let's go south. Alright, I'm checking for secret passageways is clearly not gonna work, so let's just go straight. You set off and find yourself in the middle of a north-south passageway. There's a door in the western wall of the passage. Opposite the door is a passage. Jesus Christ. Going off eastward. To the north, you can see a door some meters ahead. To the south, you can see a junction. Which will you choose? Oh boy. Sure, let's go east. I think we've already been here before. Let's keep going north. Why not? Another crossroads. Great. East. The corridor goes east for several meters, to south, and then east again, where it finally ends. Will you investigate the dead end? Yes, please. You feel a stone move, and behind it, you find a lever. You pull the lever, Krunk. Will you pull it, or will you return to the crossroad? I mean, it's gonna be a trap, right? It's gonna knock me out and put me somewhere else. I can really not imagine anywhere else now, honestly. But sure, let's pull the lever. I dare. I'm a big boy. You pull the lever, and with a great groaning noise, the rock face in front of you and the ground you are standing on starts to move as if you were on a giant rotating table. You spin around until you stand on the other side of a rock face of the north-south, in a north-south passage. South? You walk a short distance and find yourself in a crossroads. Cool. More south? I guess. You set off south along a cobbled we're back at the cobbled passageways now. It swings west and south, then west again until you find yourself in a freeway junction. I think we went west last time we turned that way, so... north? Ah, this is the one with the walls. We've been here before. East? North? Oh boy. North. Because this will lead to another dead end. Yeah, great. Check the dead end. Yeah, why not? We might as well investigate all the dead ends. You find a secret door which opens into a bend where two passageways meet. To the north, a short passage runs into a dead end. And to the east, the passage reaches a crossroad. If you decide against going through the secret door, close it and return down to the passage crossroads. I don't think going through here will do any good, so let's go back to the junction and then go west, because it's the best. I'm going insane. I really think I am going insane. It's all because I didn't gamble with the dwarves, that's why I'm here. It's all because I didn't gamble. I shouldn't have betrayed who I am. Yep, that's true. That's true. How about we go south? The passage goes south then east, and you eventually found yourself at a crossroads. Yay! Let's go west. You travel westwards for several paces, then the passage turns to the north, some ways up. You reach a junction to the north, and the passage ends shortly at a dead end. Crying is a free action. It sure is. I am free to cry as much as I want. Let's explore the dead end. You feel around the rock face at the end of the passage. One rock comes free and reveals a small knob with a handle on the end of it. Will I push it? Or pull it? I love pulling on a good knob. Let's go. As you pull the knob, a deafening clanging noise rings through the passageway. You frantically push the knob back to stop the alarm, but it's already taken effect. You can hear footsteps. Yes, please, come end my suffering. Another monster. What is it this time? An orc. Lovely. I love fighting orcs. Let's just go back to the junction. Let's examine another dead end. Alright, another knob. Or is this the same knob? You know what? Let's push it. You push the knob and a small stone doorway slides open. You can either ignore it and return to the junction. Starting to get a tiny headache. But we will persevere. Let's climb on through, shall we? Sure, let's go north. The passageway ahead runs northwards for some time. You continue along the passageway. Oh, great! Awesome! I love it! Finally, at the end of the maze, and what do we get? A fucking dragon. Awesome. I love dragons. Look at him. He's adorable. Oh boy. What a cute dragon. You do got that spell. We do have the spell. We have the dragon fire spell. That's true. The passageway bends to the west and begins to get quite narrow. You reach a small rocky arch, which you will have to stoop to get through. On the other side of the arch, you pause and look around. You're in a large cavern, which disappears into distant blackness. The cavern is partially lit by natural light, which steams in through a hole in the roof. You cannot see a way through. As you shine your lantern around the cave, you hear a rumble. A dull glow flickers in the blackness. Suddenly, a jet of fire shoots. Oh no. If the dragon just insta-kills me, I'll be a little sad. It shoots off from the depths of the cavern, narrowly missing you, and singeing the mossy growths on the wall. You throw yourself onto the ground and look up to see a large dragon stalking out the darkness towards you. Smoke curls from its nostrils, its scaly red skin glistening with oil. With an oily covering, the beast is some 15 meters long. How will you attack the creature? Draw your sword and prepare to attack? Or search your memory for another means of attack? I mean, we do have that spell. Let's see if I can remember the spell. If the maze has not made me insane. Does the name Ferraggio di Maggio mean anything to you? If not, you must fight the dragon. If it does, turn to page 26. You remember Di Maggio's small leather-bound book, and silently mouth the spell contained within its pages. You shout loudly at the dragon, and it stops in its tracks. It cocks its head to one side and eyes you suspiciously. You fling a stone at its head, and the rock bounces off its nose. The beast lets out an angry cry and breathes deeply, a roaring sound emerging from within its throat. The dragon exhales, and from between its teeth you can see another fireball building up. You prepare yourself, and as the ball of flames comes out from its mouth, you cry, Ekil Erif, Ekim Erif, Erif Erif, Di Maggio. The fireball continues no further. With an agonizing scream, the dragon tries to shake the flame from its snout. But the burning continues. Squealing in agony, the dragon turns its back and leaps into the blackness, flailing its head from side to side. You have defeated the dragon. Add 3 luck points. Safe for the moment, you investigate the cavern and find a passage which continues to the west. When you're ready, turn to page 274 or 47. Oh boy. So we beat the dragon. That was kind of easy. You leave the cavern and follow a long, narrow corridor. After several hundred meters, it ends at a large wooden door, which is silently ajar. Slightly ajar, even. Carefully, you ease it and open a little further and poke your head through to the side to see what is in the room. You see a small man sitting at a table on his own, playing with a pack of cards. He looks quite a harmless old soul, grey-haired and bearded. He is seated. What will you do? Oh boy. I'm just gonna... Whew. How about we knock on the door and gently say hello to this man? He might play poker with me, if I'm nice to him. And I could really go for some gambling. The old man looks at you and accepts your greeting and bids you to sit down. You sit at the table and notice that he is glaring at you. His piercing stare is becoming hypnotic, but you realize this and break eye contact. He opens his mouth to speak, and to your amazement, instead of an old man's voice, the whole room resonates with a powerful voice, which seems to be coming from the walls themselves. You throw a glance back at the man and can see him changing before your very eyes. He is of an imposing height. His tattered black eyes fixed directly on yours. He has been expecting you. The battle will call upon all your reserves of strength and cunning. Good thing we are full on those. I mean, I guess now would be a good time to drink the potion of skill. Just to get that back up to 13, I suppose. Your adversary has disappeared. And now stands at the far end of the room, in front of a door with 2 locks. How will you approach him? Ooh, so this is the Warlock of Firetop Mountain I've heard so much about. Cue bad guy theme music, I guess. Let's look around the room to see if there's anything we can attack or defend him against him. Let's test our luck. He might have some cool loot here for me. I am lucky. You look frantically around the room, but can see nothing to aid you. Suddenly, your eyes stop at the pack of cards he was fingering as you... Why? Why use that word for this? As you entered, and you remember the rumors and stories the villagers told you, the Warlock's power comes from cards. The sorcerer sees your interest in him, and you both rush for the table. Leave them alone, he screams, or you risk my fullest wrath. But you move backwards and set fire to one with your lantern. He cries out wildly and then begins to plead with you to leave them alone. One by one, you burn the cards. As you do, the Warlock diminishes in stature as the last card goes up in flame. He stands facing you, a broken man. My book, he croaks. And he tries to unlock the door on the far side. You race across to him with your sword drawn and spring at him. You must fight. So, the rumors were true. His spellbook was really just a deck of cards and he left them on the table. What an idiot. Alright, I guess it's time to slay the Warlock. Final boss battle time, let's go. It'll be a little sad if he doesn't even hit me. I gotta be honest. Yeah, that's... I'm sorry, buddy, that's not cool. We are triumphant. I beat the Warlock. If you defeated this most powerful of foes, turn to page 396. With the Warlock now defeated, you know your quest is almost over. You approach the door to his chambers, open it, and peer around. The door opens to reveal a small, dimly lit room. The walls are hung with ornate curtains laced in silver and gold. A single flame burns in one corner, throwing light on a table. Low table in the middle of the room. The floor, sorry. On this table is a large chest. You step up and investigate the chest. From all around, yet from nowhere, a mysterious sound fills the room. It sounds like the rumbling of thunderclouds preparing to make a storm. You approach the chest and you can see that it is held shut by 3 locks. As you approach, the noise gets louder. Will you hack at the box with your sword, try to split it open? Search through your bags to see if you can find the keys to fit. I mean, we could just smack it open, but we have collected quite a bit of keys, so maybe, just maybe, we have just what we need for this situation. Let's have a look. During your adventures, you will have come across various keys and should have collected some of these. 3 of them must be the correct combination to open the chest. Peering at the chest more closely, you notice that the number 321 is inscribed faintly across the top. Have you come across any keys in your adventure? If so, you may try 3 of them with the chest. If you do not possess at least 3 numbered keys, but we do though. Choose the first key you would like to try in the chest. So this has to be like a puzzle, right? Okay, so the chest says 321. So wait, we have 2 keys that has 101 and a 99. So we just add those, and that becomes 321. Right? Right. So we add this, and that, and this. You make your selection and slide a key into each lock. The final key clicks into place. One by one, all of the keys click and turn in the locks. You have placed them all correctly. As the last key turns, the lid of the chest comes free and you open it. Turn to page 400. Your quest is over. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain is no more, and you are now the owner of the Sorcerer's riches. At least 1,000 gold pieces, jewelry and diamond, rubies, and pearls are in the chest. Hidden under these, you find the Warlock's spellbook, and as you leaf through the pages, you realize that this tome is probably more valuable than all the treasure. Instructions are given for the control of all the secrets and creatures of Firetop Mountain. With this book, unlimited power is yours, and safety of your return to the village is ensured. Or, if you would prefer to remain as the master of the domain of Firetop Mountain... Oh, that's just the end. So I can either go back home triumphant or become the new Warlock at Firetop Mountain. Well, I'd say our hero has been a bit of a scoundrel type guy. So I think he'll stay and become the new master. Or rather, the new Warlock at Firetop Mountain. And that's the book. We read the whole thing. All 400 and some pages. Victory. Ah, what a nice book. That's awesome. See, reading can be fun when it turns into a little game. But anyway, thank you for watching this stream. It's almost been 4 hours. It's a bit longer than I intended. But god dang if it hadn't been fun. You know the drill. Get some good sleep, drink plenty of water, and take care of yourself. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Or another stream. Goodbye now. I'm gonna not think about mazes for a while.